chest day, baby. Let's get it. So I'm now on my way to train chest, and I'm going to be starting with incline bench today. So Smith machine for me is pretty much all I'll be doing for the foreseeable future. But recently I've been I've been doing 2 20s and a 10 for most of my first working sets, and that's because I've been literally right at the end of a cut. So I was kind of trying to keep a limit on how much weight I was putting onto the bar, and I think the best that I've done on that was first set 11 reps, second set I think was 10, then 9, and then maybe 2 sets of 7 or something like that. But basically I haven't managed to get 12 reps yet. So I did try that last week again and still couldn't quite get it. So I may well try that again, but it's getting a little bit repetitive at this point. And because I am allowing myself a little bit more food, I do think that I'd like to just try a slightly different weight. So I'm probably going to go for either 3 20s on each side, or I'll do 2 20s and a 15, and basically just try and get that for somewhere around sort of probably 4 to 8 reps, and just, you know, get a really heavy set going straight off the bat, and then more than likely drop it down to the weight that I was doing last week for the kind of maximum, and just stay on that for the rest. So that should be good. And then unfortunately these chest days aren't going to be kind of the most exciting really, because my chest training is pretty limited, and also I could mix it up intentionally, but I'm not going to enjoy it as much. And because I don't really want to train my chest as much for growth, there's not really much incentive to do that. I'd rather just like have a good workout, enjoy myself, and, you know, still benefit from it. But yeah, so I wouldn't be doing any cable flies. I'm not really a fan of those personally, and I just think with my wrist it's not going to be the nicest exercise for that. So I absolutely love pec flies, and I do love the Smith machine incline bench press that I've been doing. And then for shoulder press, if I do any shoulder press, it will be just 2 to 3 sets of a machine shoulder press with my hands in like a neutral grip, so it's much more front delt focused. And yeah, usually I train side delts on a separate day, but it just depends how much time I've got or what I'm feeling. Today I might even do triceps. I'm just kind of deciding, because I'm going on holiday in 2 days. So I've got today, sorry no, actually I'm going tomorrow. So today I'm going to be training chest and shoulders, and then tomorrow I may have a rest, because I'm not going to get up really early and train, because that's just going to mess up my sleep and just stress me out before traveling. And then also when we get there, I don't know if we'll get there in time to use the hotel gym. So I haven't had a rest day in like over a week. So if that does happen, it's not a case of like it being the end of the world, and it's kind of like one of them ones where I probably should have a rest day soon anyway, because I can feel just getting a little bit fatigued. But yeah, so that'll be fine, and I think just have a rest day there. And then on Sunday I'll probably do back, maybe a bit of biceps, depending on what I do today. But yeah, if I don't do triceps today, I'll probably just do arms on the day after I arrive, so Sunday, and then it'll be back again. So legs, I'm not sure what that training is going to look like, because it's a hotel gym, so it could well be, well, I've looked online, I've done so much research, I've emailed them photos, I've called them, and they've just been really bad at communicating, which is a shame, because the hotel looks really, really nice, even though I got it for a good price. So we'll just have to wait and see. But whatever it is, obviously we'll make the most out of it. And yeah, it just might be a case of more kind of leg accessories rather than like heavy pressing. But to be honest, I'm not too fussed about that. I'm not dieting anyway, so my legs should kind of maintain their mass, and I'm not really too worried about that. So anyway, now at the gym, gonna train some chest first of all, get some heavy pressing going. So yeah, we'll check back in a sec.
Right, so first working set, I'm gonna do 3 20s, which is the heaviest that I do on this normally. So calories up a little bit, should be relatively strong. Might only get this for 4 or 5, but we'll see what we can get. So wrist wraps, sleeves, bit of chalk as well, salts, all the cheat codes, and a monster. Right, these salts are crazy strong. Yeah, hopefully I'll get 3 to 4 clean. That's good. Quick little drop. That was a good set. Yeah, that was nice. Oh my god. What was that, like 10? Second set on this one, so I've dropped it by just a small amount. We've got 2 20s and a 15 on there, so that is still a lot of weight for me. Probably just one set on here and then drop it again, but we'll see. I'd like to get at least 6 reps, maybe 7, but 6 would still be pretty decent, especially because fatigued, very fatigued after that first set. Gonna use some salts again. Just get a heavy drop on. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you that. This will be the first working weight that I've done on this one. So I've done 2 20s and a 20, 2 20s and a 15, then dropped it to a 10. So I should be able to definitely get this one for, I'd hope 8. Yeah, somewhere around 8 should be sweet. Right, let's go. Yep. Oh, nice. That's perfect. That was a good working set. One more on that same weight. Second exercise now, so moving on to shoulder press. Worked my upper chest first on that Smith machine. All good sets, nice and heavy today. And yeah, 5 sets on there, all good. First one started off around 4 reps, kept dropping the weight, and then last set, or second to last set, got around 10 I think. So was within that hypertrophy range. and yeah, strength's feeling good. So I'm gonna have a week off, I believe, of pressing while I'm away, and then when I return, I'll try and get that same weight for 5 reps instead of 4. So that will hopefully show that I've grown a little bit, but obviously I'm gonna try and track my food on holiday, so I'm not trying to go crazy. But next up, I've got a shoulder press. So this is pretty much the only shoulder press machine that I can actually use, mainly because the handles move in a position where it doesn't place pressure on my wrist. Wrist being fused does require a bit of thought behind the execution. So when I do this set, I actually rest after each rep and then go again, so it's kind of like a reset. So I am letting tension off, but the stretch is so deep that it is almost harder. I'm going to try and go up by 2.5 this week and see if I can get 8 reps clean. So I don't want to quite do the full stack yet, because then once I hit that, there's nowhere to go. I don't actually think I can put a plate in here because there's plastic stopping you from like getting it close enough to the machine, so we'll see. A little bit of chalk on this. That's 8. One more. Yeah, I think I got 9 on there, first set clean, and then a couple partials. So yeah, that was good. Right, second set, so I'm going to try and get 7 or 8 again. Nice and heavy, not quite the full stack, but that'll move up over the next few weeks as body weight increases. Seven, 8, come on, 9, perfect. So I'm doing one more set on that shoulder press, which I probably won't film. Second set, I think I actually got the same reps as the first set, which is really good for me. And yeah, so I'm now about to do my 8th working set of the entire workout. Then I'm going to move on to 2 or 3 pec fly sets, and then I'll probably call it there. Don't think there's the need for me to do triceps as well today. I do usually keep things quite regimented, but on days where if I'm traveling or something like that, I will be a bit more open to kind of like shuffling things about. So rather than just doing like a full arm day, I might then go ahead and do triceps today and then add biceps to back or something like that. So I do definitely find it a lot easier to add biceps to my back work than I do triceps to my push day. But I think that's because of front delt fatigue and stuff, since I'm trying to push upper chest and my front delt. So yeah, let's get into this last set and then we'll get some pec flies and round up with a nasty pump. Still fasted. So last exercise, moving on to pec flies. And yeah, well, I like this machine a lot. There is 2 in this gym, but this one just feels a lot better. I find the other one is a little bit more lower chest, which I'm not trying to grow. So aside from the fact that it's not really targeting the exact particular part of the chest I want to. It also just feels super smooth. So working set now, I'm gonna aim for around 8 to 12, but that will be including the partial reps. So I'll probably only be about 6 to 8, maybe even 6 actually clean, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, that's good. Right, last exercise I'm going to be doing just a bit of triceps to finish off. So I've done a lot of overhead this week, so I'm just going to go for a push down, full stack. Last week I did, or last session should I say, when I did arms, I did loads of overhead stuff. I did single arm with a rope, and then I finished on the W bar heavy push down. So this one I find a little bit easier, to be fair, so definitely should be able to get at least sort of 15 clean and then 5 partials. So let's just see how we get on. Probably one more, that was good though. Right, full stack again. I think last set I got about 12-ish clean, so definitely heavy, but it's feeling good. Heavy as it should be. Right, let's fucking go. Yep. One more on that, and I think that'll be good. Need to switch the batteries over. So now I'm going to drop it into a rope, weight down to And they're still going to be quite heavy, but see what we can do. I might have to drop it again, but we'll see. That should be good. Yeah. 4 partials. Yep. Yeah, that'll do. Let's go pose down. So I've actually decided to do one more because that was just feeling really good. Triceps don't feel as fatigued as I thought they would. And to be honest, I thought that last set would just completely burn out my front delts, but for whatever reason, feeling sweet. So I'm not going to complain. I wouldn't say my recovery's been exceptionally good recently. Usually if something's going well, I try and look at why it's going well, analyse it and see how I can replicate that, and then vice versa. If today was exceptionally poor, which it never is to be honest, but especially if that was 2 days in a row, I might then look at my sleep pattern, or I might look at my hydration, my nutrition, or perhaps the caffeine intake that I'm having, or the actual workload across the week, the session, whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to do one more here. So when I did that set just now, it was full stack for the kind of V-bar with the flat handle, and then I did a drop by about 30%. Now, rather than doing the full stack, dropped it by about 25%, so still more than the drop set on the rope. But obviously this one I'm expecting to get a lot more complete reps, and yeah, should be good. So I may still continue and drop this again, but we'll see how many we get. So yeah, we're getting there now. Two more. One more, let's go. One more because I hit the top. Right. 10 seconds and then drop set. So I'm gonna go to around last 4. Yep. Okay, that's definitely it. That was good. Let's see how that's looking. So, roundup of the session, I did 5 sets of the Incline Smith machine at kind of a 45-degree angle, wide grip, salts, sleeves, wraps, all that sort of stuff. First set was 3 20 plates each side for I think 4 reps. Dropped it to 2 20s and a 15 each side for I think around 7 or 8. And then, or it could have been even less maybe. And then the last 3 sets were 2 20s and a 10. And I think I got those for around, all sets between sort of like, it was like 10, then 9, then 8 maybe, somewhere around that. So that was really good. And then moved on to the shoulder press, which was actually very, very good today. So Sometimes I'll do that straight after the incline Smith, sometimes I'll go and revert to pec flies, but either way they both feel good. It's just obviously one I'm going to be a little bit stronger on, so I do try and alternate, but I always start with the heavy press in there. So yeah, I did then 3 or 4 sets of flies, I think 4. I think the first 3 sets were heavy and then I dropped it for the last one, and then obviously you'll see most of this, and then I did some triceps. So quick physique check here. I was 227.9 pounds this morning, so haven't put on anything yet. No fat, also no muscle. But super happy with how this cut has gone, honestly. Like, so this is now 4 days after I finished it. Come off your Himbine about a week ago. But yeah. Just gonna turn the exposure down a tiny bit actually. And just do a quick back physique check as well. So yeah, good pump today, really good session. So now going to jump on the sunbed, and then I'm still fasted, so I'm not going to eat until around probably 9 PM. The time now is 3:50, so I've got some admin to do, but yeah, great session and getting ready to pack to go on holiday tomorrow.